Welcome back everyone to another video. Now, about 2 years ago, I made this video right here, which is basically me starting up and shutting down different Samsung phones. And that video is currently sitting on more than 500,000 views, which is pretty crazy. So in this video, I will also be doing the same thing as I did in that video. I will be starting up and shutting down all these Samsung phones in front of me, ranging from all those one phones right there to these smartphones down here. So I will be starting with that phone right there, all the way to that phone right there, which is my main phone, my S20. So let's start. This is the Samsung GT 1195. Okay, my camera won't focus on this thing. Please focus. Alright, there we go. So it doesn't really have a special boot up. Just says Samsung and does a little vibration. Doesn't have a boot up sound. Okay, my camera does not want to focus on this thing. Alright, so now we're gonna shut it down. It basically does the same thing whenever you shut it down. So yeah, that was that. Next one we have is the GT E1080W. I think this one actually... Okay, no, I don't. I thought this one had a startup sound, but I guess it doesn't. So yeah, this one has a slightly different startup. It doesn't have a sound either, but it does have a different picture. And shutting it down doesn't really do anything special again. Then we have the GT E2121B. I believe this one actually has a startup sound. Yeah, so this one did have a startup sound. And this one, the startup on this phone looks similar to that one. Except, well, this one has a startup sound. And then shutting it down. Does the same thing, except the sound is a bit different. So, next we have the GT E1205T. Or the E1205T. So this one has the same startup as the first phone I showed right there. Doesn't have a different one. Then shutting it down. It just says Samsung and does a little vibration. That's pretty much it. Next phone is the GTE 1230. Oh, and this one's already on, so I guess I'll shut it down and then start it up. So yeah, this one also has the same startup or same shutdown, and then powering it on. Again, does the same thing. And that's pretty much it, so I'll just shut it down one more time. Alright, next phone. This one's a bit special actually. This one has a sliding out keyboard, which is pretty cool. This is the GTB 3310, not the Nokia 3310. This is the GT 3310. Well, the Samsung GT B3310. Don't forget the B. Okay, and is this one dead? Why did it just shut down like that? Alright, there we go. So this one actually has a startup animation, not just a picture, and also has a sound. And then shutting it down. Okay, how do you... Okay, there we go. And now shutting it down. And it's off. Next up, we have this Samsung flip phone. This is the GT C3520. And I believe this one has, yeah, so this one actually has the Galaxy S2 startup sound, but the animation's a bit different. And then shutting it down doesn't make any sound. But that's whatever. Okay, it's taking a little bit. Okay, that took a little bit to shut down. Next up, we have the GTC 3300K. So this is the first touchscreen phone we have here. And it's really small, as you can see. And then, yeah, as you can see, touchscreen. And now shutting it down. There's a little startup and shutdown sound, but I don't think you can really hear that. It's really quiet for some reason. Next up, we have the Samsung Wave, also known as the, actually, I don't even know what this is, the S8500, I think. Yeah, there we go. So this is the Samsung Wave, not the Galaxy Wave. I don't know why they didn't call it the Galaxy Wave, but whatever. So this is running Bata OS, not Android. Well, all of these phones that I showed so far are running Bata OS, which is pretty much Samsung's OS, which they used on their phones before they used Samsung. And now shutting it down. Alright, you have to do that, I guess. Alright, that was that. Alright, so here is the first phone running Android here. And this is also another keyboard phone, sliding keyboard phone. This is the GTI 5510. I know this one takes a little bit to start up because it's a bit slow. Alright, this one actually has the S2 startup sound as well, but I guess the audio is off. That's why I didn't play it. Okay, this is taking very, very long. The fact that all those older phones started up faster, yeah, as you can see, that's very laggy. Alright, now it's shutting it down. And I think it's off. Yep, there we go. Alright, now on to the smartphones. That one right there was also kind of a smartphone, but I won't really count it. Okay, well, I guess now it turned off. Alright, so first of all, we have the Samsung Galaxy S2, and this is probably one of my favorite Samsung phones of all time. I don't know why, like, even though this phone is, well, almost 9 years old or something like that, I don't know why, but I still love the design of this thing. I think it looks great. And that was kind of quiet. The startup sound. Galaxy S2. And that was actually not so bad. That startup didn't take so long. Unlike that other phone right there. Now shutting it down. And I think it's off. Yep, now it turned off. Next up we have this Samsung Galaxy S3, which is pretty badly cracked. And now shutting it down. Okay, there we go. Next up, we have the 2016 Samsung J3. This one's in quite rough shape. The camera glass is gone and it's cracked. I actually don't think this one does a startup sound. Yeah, it doesn't. And now shutting it down. Whoa, that's very bright. And it's off. Next up, we have the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. This one has a messed up power button. Doesn't want to press sometimes, but it did this time. Yeah, so this one does have a startup sound. And this is probably the last phone on this, well, the last phone here that has a startup sound, because the rest of those phones don't actually have a startup sound. And now shutting it down. Oh, yeah, as you can see, the power button's messed up. I cannot turn this thing off. Okay. There we go. And power off. And then next, we have the Samsung Galaxy S5. Now, this one actually used to have a startup sound, I believe, but I updated this to Android 6, I believe, or 7. I think it's Android 6. And yeah, it's Android 6. And once you update it to Android 6, it actually doesn't have a startup sound anymore. So that's kind of ass, but whatever. And shutting it down. Oh, look, it's on 69%. Very funny. Look how dirty all these phones are. I should have cleaned them before. Whatever. Alright, next up, we have the Samsung Galaxy S8. One of my S8s. Well, one of them. I have another one, but the other one's in beat-up condition. And this is my Mint S8. So this one actually doesn't do anything special. It just says Samsung. Doesn't do a startup sound or anything, like I said. But for a 3-year-old phone, it actually doesn't take so long to start up. And now shutting it down. There we go. Next up, we have my older main phone, which is the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Still a pretty nice phone. This one has a little bit of an animation. And now shutting it down. Now, not every S10 Plus does that little logo thing. That's just because this one used to be carrier locked. And it just shows that little thing. So, yeah, that's why it does it. Next up, we have, well, the last phone here. We have my main phone, my Galaxy S20. Now the S20 and the S10 Plus have pretty much the same startup, but this one's actually running Android 11, where the S10 is running Android 9, because never updated the the S10. I never updated the S10, and this one I actually recently updated to Android 11. Also, this one has a custom startup animation as well. So pretty much it doesn't have the same startup sound, but, well, not startup sound, but startup animation. And now shutting it down, which shutting this phone down takes literally like 2 seconds. Okay, why did it not turn off? Oh, there you go. And it's off, I think. Alright, there we go, now it's off. So, that was it. I started up and shut down all these Samsung phones here. Now, if you guys enjoy my content, well, please focus, camera, thank you. Again, if you guys enjoyed my content, please like and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.